What's up everyone, Paul here from Gamamori. Thank you for joining me in this video. Today we're going to unbox and take a look at yet another portable Bluetooth speaker, the iLoud from IK Multimedia. IK Multimedia is a company that mainly makes products and apps for musicians, hence their motto, musicians first. Now that doesn't mean that you can't use their speaker if you're not a musician, it's just that you won't be able to use some of the features that the speaker is equipped to do. In the first part of the video, we're going to unbox the speaker and take a look what comes included. In the second half, we will take a look at some of the features and run some tests to see what the speaker is capable of handling. We're also going to compare the iLoud to the Bose Soundlink II, and why I chose this speaker is not only that their size is almost the same, but they share the same price range as well. The price of the speaker is $300 in the United States and can be purchased directly from the manufacturer's website or from other retailers like Amazon.com as well. So without further ado, let's open this thing up and see what comes inside. Once I open up the box, you will see that there's another box. So there's a box in a box. How interesting. Let's hope that this doesn't continue and we just end up with a tiny box. Alright, so here's the speaker. And what else is left in there? Not another box, is it? Oh, yeah, another box. Look at that. But these must be the accessories then. Alright, so here we have a little booklet that has some of the other products that you can purchase from IK Multimedia. So you should definitely look through this as there's a lot of cool products in there that you might be interested in. And we also have the manual with some information about the speaker and a little registration card. The edges are protected by the styrofoam and the speaker is wrapped up in this foam wrapper, so it's pretty well protected. So let's remove this and see what the speaker looks like in real life. Right, so here's the speaker out of the wrapper, and as you can see, there's really not much going on the front of the unit other than the volume knob and the iLoud logo. The side is left blank as well, and there's a couple of things in the back here that we will take a look at a little more detail in a minute. The top of the speaker is blank, and on the bottom we have this foldable stand that folds out like so. And when you do this, you can stand up the speaker upright and it will not fall over. As you can see, it's going to be pretty sturdy. And once you close it in and you want to try to stand it up, you can still do so, but it becomes pretty flimsy and it tips over very easily. Now what else is left in the box here? This secondary box is a couple of accessories, and the first thing is a power cord and then the power supply. And one more thing left in here, and this is a little TRRS cable, and that's it. So the TRRS cable is very similar to a regular 3.5mm stereo mini jack. The only difference is that it has 3 metal rings on the tip, and as well as the tip, so tip and the 3 rings. And what this allows you to do is send data back from your speaker to your iOS device for the effects control. Now the power supply is rated from 100 to 240 volts, 50 and 60 hertz. So this can be used pretty much anywhere in the world, and it outputs 14.4 volts and 2500 milliamps. The power plug is just a regular US type plug, 110 volt plug, and the other end here is just this rounded part that goes into the power supply as well. So you can replace this if you're in other parts of the world as well. The iLoud's 40 watts is being provided by the 4 Class D amplifiers that power 2 3-inch 16-watt low-frequency drivers, as well as 2 3/4-inch 4-watt tweeters. And there's also a bass reflex port on the back of the speaker to support those low frequencies. The first thing on the back panel is a 3.5mm mini jack input, and next to it we have a 1/4-inch guitar/mic input. Now keep in mind that if you connect an instrument to this input without connecting an iOS device running an app on it, you will not get a sound out of the speaker, as it says here next to the input in small letters. The next thing we have is a gain control for your input, a Bluetooth pairing button, a power charge indicator, an on-off switch, and the power input. When the adapter is plugged into the back of the speaker, a green LED will indicate that there's power present and the unit is being charged. Once fully charged, the iLoud can provide 3 hours of music playback at full volume, and unfortunately there's no additional feedback for the amount of charge left in the battery. To power the device on, you will have to flip the power switch on the back to the on position, and a red light around the volume knob will glow red, indicate that the unit is currently on. The same light will also provide feedback to show the user when the maximum volume is reached by flickering while you're turning the knob. To connect your Bluetooth device to the speaker, you have to press the Bluetooth pairing button on the back of the unit, and the red light around the volume knob will flash, indicating that it's ready to be paired. The speaker will show up as iLoud on your device's screen, and once selected and after the connection completes, the red light around the volume knob will glow solid once again. The iLoud is only capable of remembering the last 2 devices connected to it, which is a lot less than other comparable Bluetooth devices out there. Now there are a lot of cool apps you can download from IK Multimedia in the App Store for your iOS device, so you can choose according to what you're planning to use your speaker for. Now if you have an iPad or an iPod Touch or an iPhone, you can download the compatible software for that device and use it with your speaker. Now the 2 apps that I downloaded I'm going to show you a little bit of are Amplitude for iPad and also Vocali for iPad. Alright, so the first app we're going to take a look at is called Vocalive. This is one of the many apps you can download from the App Store. Now, this is not a review for the app, so I'm not going to get into much detail. I just wanted to show you guys what this sounds like hooked up together with the iLoud. So what I'm going to do is go into morphing, and from morphing I'm going to select Stupid Alien, and this is what this sounds like.
So this is what I sound like in this morphed voice, and you can change this to whatever you want. And this is just one of the many presets. And if you want more, you can, let's say, just shut off the phaser. And from there, we're gonna change my voice
into this deeper sounding voice. And as you can hear, this is just many ways of coming off of your own voices.
So as you can hear, you can make yourself sound like anything you want. It's just really up to your imagination what you can make up with this. Now the next program that I downloaded was Amplitude. I'm not going to really get into much details with this. If you're a guitar player, you can get this. And there's same concept as the Vocalive. There's 4 groups of effects above, and you can turn them on and off individually or all together at the same time, as well as you can go into the groups separately and just change them to different types of effects. And so this is, again, just up to your imagination what you're trying to achieve with this. Alright, so for the next thing, for sound testing, I just set up my living room. So we're going to do it under normal circumstances. So there's no special studio setup here. What we're going to do is we're going to start out at 20 Hertz and 10 Hertz increments. We're going to raise it up to 120 Hertz and see how the speaker can handle itself. So this is 20 Hertz, and let's see what it can do. Alright, so for this next test we used the same living room, and I used my Zoom H4n recorder on a tripod, the same distance away from both speakers, recording at 44.1 kilohertz, 16 bits, and I'm going to point to the speaker that's currently playing so you know which one you're listening to. Clearly the winner of this comparison is the iLoud. It beat the Bose fair and square. I think it handled itself better in every department. I actually had to raise the volume on the Bose to nearly 100% for it to come even close to the power of the iLoud. IK Multimedia really did a good job with this speaker. The couple of things that I miss about not having, one is a battery percentage level. A volume feedback would be nice as well, but most importantly a mute button. So if you need to lower the volume real quick right now, the only way to do it is by shutting the speaker off. There's also no USB port on the speaker, so there's no way of updating the firmware if need be. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.